Hello, folks. You're tuned into Business Today TV. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market's action today, the way the trade panned out throughout the day, also where the gains and losses seen, and what really happened to your investments in the equities, what is likely to be the next series targets, all of those coming up over the next 4 to 5 odd minutes. So do stay tuned onto with me to catch all the market wrap of the day. Well, the market snapped 3 days losing run to finally end in the green. In fact, it was a very, very volatile session. The Sensex rebounded very sharply from the day's lows, up 500 points to end the day with 0.9% gains at 54,252. The Nifty was up by 144 odd points as well to end the day at 16,170. About 1712 shares advanced, whereas 1509 shares declined. So the market breadth was just only slightly skewed towards the advances, whereas it was very, very fairly divided when you see beneath the surface of benchmark indices. In terms of specific stocks today, it was Tata Steel, JSW Steel, Apollo Hospitals, SBI, and HDFC Bank among the top gainers. While on the losing side, you did have some FMCG companies like ITC. You had UPL, Divis Laboratories continuously on the downward trend. Sun Pharma and Reliance Industries also dragging the street today. Among the sectors, metals, IT, power, realty, banks, also oil and gas. All of them were up by 1 to 3 odd percent. The mid cap index was up by 1.5%. Small cap added 0.8%. So the broader market's doing better than the benchmarks. In fact, when you talk about the mid cap specifically in today's trading session too, overall speaking, you did have the India wix also cooling slightly, in fact almost 10% today at 22 levels. So that was a breather, and which is why the markets pulled up in trade today. Of the Nifty shares, 39 shares advanced, whereas 11 shares declined in trade. Like I said, the whole host of metal pack was shining today. Of course, apart from that, if you see, there were gains in the banking space. That was the best performing index in terms of the benchmarks and mid caps and Nifty Bank. If you compare, 2.2% uptick for that one. The private banks really rising 2%. PSU banks rising over 3% in trade, 2.5% uptick for the metals as well, 2% up for financial services too. So some pockets really shining very, very bright in today's trading session too. IT stocks by up by 1.3 odd percent too. So a rebound of sorts, and the buying at the lower levels is what you really saw in today's trading session as far as the markets are concerned. Now, how are the experts really looking at this kind of a move in the markets today? So Vinod Nair of H head of research of Geojit Financial Services did mention that one should definitely note that the fiscal measure around the Indian government to control inflation is definitely positive, and perhaps the domestic market is reacting to that. Also, he does believe that technically broad markets is still in the oversold territory, and fundamentally valuations are just below the 3 year average. So the markets may show some signs of volatility even as we move forward from here. But as far as the FNO series has concerned, it has definitely ended on a higher note in today's trading session. Of course, breaking the 3 day losing streak. The BSE Metal Index rising by 3%. Tata Steel, JSW Steel, and NMDC main contributors right there. Torrent Pharma was the stock that performed well. Credit Suisse has maintained an outperform call with the 3,500 target price. We also talked about the banks and the Nifty Bank too. Jeffries has maintained a hold rating on Coal India and has risen the target to 175 odd rupees. Good results coming in there. For Coal India. Of course, apart from that, CLSA kept Torrent Pharma in on the buy list as well, with 3550 kind of targets coming in. There was action on the primary market space as well today. Today is the last day for subscription for Aether Industries IPO. It's the day three. So far, if you see, the issue got subscribed 4 times, and retail portion got 86% bids. QIB part got 12.38 times subscription as well. So the IPO has definitely got some good subscriptions right there. Apart from this, if you see, on BPCL, CLSA has maintained a buy rating but has cut the target price to 435 rupees. That stock was in focus again today on the back of earnings and the brokerage houses call as well. Apart from this, JP Morgan upgraded Indigo Aviation to overweight and has risen the target to 2000 odd rupees. And this is despite the kind of impact that the company has seen on the back of higher ATF prices in this quarterly earnings too. Moil has posted 12.9% jump in Q4 net profit at 131 odd crore rupees, so good earnings coming about right there. Apart from this, Valiant Organics also posted 7% jump in the Q4 net profit at 37 crore rupees odd. Apollo Hospitals reported 42.9% fall in Q4 net profit and 97 crore rupees as well. Credit Suisse has kept an outperform rating on Indigo. So aviation stocks was definitely in focus on the back of the earnings that we've seen for Indigo and the positive brokerage houses comments coming in for that stock too. Overall, we'll have to keep in view as to how the markets will move forward from here. And for that, most of the experts do believe that one needs to be really cautious at this point in time because the markets are in for a lot of volatility, have faced a lot of volatility in this series as well. As we move on into the June series, what are the cues that the markets will be watching out for? Of course, there'll be the sales figures from auto sector that will be in big focus. Macro data on inflation will be very important to watch out for, the IIP data, and of course, the first week of June will also bring out the RBI's next policy. Remember, RBI has already out of return policy announcement raised interest rates by 50 odd basis points, and this time around there has been another hint of a some rate hike coming in. Will that be in line with the market estimates? Will that be more aggressive? And the commentary, what does the RBI really make of the kind of inflationary situation that you're seeing right now? Will they really curb all will it really put pressure on the common man's wallet as far as the loans are concerned as well? All of those factors will be weighing on the market sentiments as we move on to into the June series as well. With that, I wrap up right here, but we'll keep you posted with everything that's passing on the D Street and also all the exclusive coverage on the last day of Davos 2022.